Hi everyone, this is Kirsten Anderson again with another hashtag Inspire Happy Hour. Today we're going to finish our second part of our LinkedIn series, Optimizing Your Profile. And today we're going to focus on more optimizing your profile for your business. So the first thing that we're going to discuss is endorsements. Now, there's a lot of people out there that say, endorsements don't matter. People that are sending those little check marks saying that they recommend you for skills that you've written on your LinkedIn profile aren't really relevant because a lot of those people maybe have not necessarily worked with you, but they're just general connections that you have on LinkedIn. Now, I will say yes, that is a valid point, but those people that have a lot of endorsements compared to someone that maybe has no endorsements whatsoever, if they're in the exact same industry, same type of position, and I go to both profile pages, I'm likely going to choose the one that has a lot of endorsements, because that kind of tells me that they have more of a connection with people, that they're more connected to the business world. And I know that sounds a little backwards, but really when it comes to marketing, perception really is everything. So I recommend when you do list out your skills on your profile that you put the ones at the top are the ones that are most relevant to the kind of business or type of professional that you are. So for mine, I have a lot of like social media stuff, marketing. So those are the ones that are at the top because those are the ones that LinkedIn shows the most to people to recommend to endorse you. They're going to show you the ones that are the most relevant. So you're going to get the most endorsements for those. So make sure that they are relevant to what you do. The next section is really the gold mine of LinkedIn. In my opinion, LinkedIn may even be replacing the professional resume here in the future. And that is the section called recommendations. Now, recommendations are actual users on LinkedIn that have directly worked with you. Or they maybe not necessarily have, but that's obviously the goal. So these are people that have put their name on the line and are personally recommending you. They're giving a description of how well they think that you do your certain profession or how well you did a job for them. So this can be colleagues of yours, managers, previous managers, current managers of yours, current, previous clients. So I recommend if you're really just starting out to actually go back to previous positions and ask for recommendations from people that you did work with. Now, say you didn't have a good experience with management or something like that, then ask a coworker, someone that you did work closely with, to send a recommendation to you. Now, just sending that general email like, hey, will you recommend me, may not cut it. So sometimes you do actually need to pick up that old phone and actually call these people, or if they prefer text messaging, send them a text saying, hey, I just sent you an invitation to recommend me. I would really appreciate the time if you would take that to do that for me. Now, obviously, ask and you shall receive. But again, when people do actually go out and take time to recommend you, which, is taking time out of their day, go ahead and return the favor. Go ahead and send them a recommendation as well. Make it a win-win for both of you so you don't just feel like you're, asking for so much help and not going to give anything back. I do recommend that you don't give recommendations to people that you have not worked with whatsoever. I get invitations to recommend people on LinkedIn all the time, but if I have not worked directly personally with you, I'm not going to recommend you just because I don't know you. I'm putting my name and my reputation on the line by recommending you. So again, you don't want to put your reputation on the line like that if you have not worked directly with them. So that's my number one recommendation for that. The next thing that's really going to set you apart, which is something that I really hope that you guys do, is create a slide share about who you are, about what you do. If you own a business, maybe you can make a slide share about what you do. I have one on my LinkedIn profile. If you go ahead and look at me, LinkedIn/Kirsten Anderson, you will see that I have a slide share of what is Speakeasy, my company. And I go through kind of, this is what we do. So I recommend you go ahead and do that. Now, many of you are like, well, Kirsten, what is a slide share? SlideShare essentially is a platform online. It's slideshare.net, and you can upload PowerPoint presentations, keynote presentations that you have, and it's just kind of a resource for people to upload those things. But it's directly connected with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has allowed SlideShare, so anytime you post a SlideShare onto onto your personal account on SlideShare, you can kick it to your LinkedIn profile. So that just makes you look that much more legitimate. So when people go to your profile, under your summary, it'll have your SlideShare if you decide to connect it. And people can click on it and actually view the slideshow that's about whatever you want to present about right there in LinkedIn. So it's a great way to really project your expertise, which obviously that's what the goal is of LinkedIn, is to really make you an industry leader, make you an industry expert. So that is one way that most people will not spend the time to go ahead and do that. So it really will set you apart from other professionals in your industry and hopefully get you that sale when people are deciding between vendors, because you have spent that time and because you're showing your expertise, that in the end you will get the call as opposed to somebody else. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to send me your emails. You can always tweet me at SpeakeasyStrat, or if you want to join the conversation about this topic, use the hashtag InspireHappyHour. If any of you would like me to review your LinkedIn profiles and just kind of give you a couple quick tips, maybe some recommendations that I could share my expertise with you, feel free to send me an email, speakeasystrat@gmail.com, or you can send me a contact form with your information on my website, www.speakeasymarketstrategies.com. And I look forward to hearing from you all, and I look forward to seeing those updated profiles.